On the occasion of the Erasmus program, The Queen is Only One, Mathematics, we wanted to connect the environment with mathematics and mainly statistics. That is why we asked the first research question. What is the ecological footprint? The ecological footprint measures how fast we consume resources and generate waste, mainly focused on energy, settlement, timber and paper, food and fiber, and seafood, compared to how fast nature can absorb our waste and generate new resources. The second research question is how we measure our resource consumption and find out how to tread more lightly on the planet. How many planets does it take to support our lifestyle? And we learned we should calculate the ecological footprint of our school. So in order to do that, we chose our common footprint calculator, which is footprintcalculator.org. It's a very simple and easy to use site and very complete in its purpose. So we answered the questionnaire and made a statistical analysis of the answers. Regarding food and how often people eat animal-based products, most people eat them very often or often, while around 30% chose rarely and occasionally, and a glimmer of people never. Regarding how much of the food that one eats is unprocessed, unpackaged or locally grown, for most people that is around 15 to 12%. Now, for which housing type best describes one's home, this pie chart is the parts are evenly balanced between freestanding running water home, a multi-story apartment, and a duplex row house or building with 2 to 4 building units, which are all at around 30%. And what material is your house constructed with a staggering majority of the houses being built by brick or concrete. Now, for how many people live in one's household, most people chose 3 people, while the most usual size is around over 180 square meters. Now, of course, almost all people have electricity in their homes, and about the efficiency of them, around 75% chose their normal, while around 30% chose above normal efficiency. And about what percentage of one's home electricity comes from renewable sources? That is mostly around 50 or 0%. Compared to your neighbors, how much trash do you generate? Around half the answers stated they generated the same trash, while a quarter chose less. And how far does one travel by cars? Mostly people drive 0 to 800 kilometers with a car. Now, how far do people drive on public transportation? That's mostly 0 to 200 kilometers. And how many hours do people fly each year? That's around 0 hours, but the rest are about evenly balanced. Now about Earth Overshoot Day. Earth Overshoot Day marks the date when humanity has exhausted nature's budget for the year, and it means that for the rest of the year we are expanding our ecological deficit by using our local resources and pumping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Our personal overshoot day is 60% of the people that answered the questionnaire around April, May or June, for a quarter around January, February and March. If everyone lived like us, we would need for around 60% of the people 3 to 5 Earths, and around 30% of the people 1 to 3 Earths. And the ecological footprint on global hectares or GHG is mostly at around 50%, 5 to 7. Our carbon footprint, CO2 emissions tons per year, is for most people 6 to 9 tons. And the percentage of that carbon footprint of the total ecological one is around 50%. Our personal Earth Overshoot Day is 6th of April, and if everyone lived like us, we would need 3.8 Earths. Now, balanced type, half of it is based on carbon footprint, and by consumption category, most is based on food and goods. Our ecological footprint is 6.5 hectares. Our carbon footprint is 9.5 tons of CO2 per year, and our carbon footprint is 50% of our ecological footprint. Now, many felt shocked, inspired to act on that, or even worried and embarrassed when they saw the results. And regarding the global Earth Overshoots Day, America has the most at 5 Earths, while Australia follows with 4th. India and Brazil have the lowest with 0.7 and 1.7, while many other countries are around 2.7. The total average of the world is at 1.6. Now, the world footprint by nation. Most of it is because of China, which has a quarter of the carbon footprint, and some other countries which play a big part on that are the United States of America and India. Now, unfortunately, Earth Overshoot Day comes sooner every year. As we can see, although at 2020 it actually came later, and that's because of the COVID pandemic, which led to lower consumption overall. Now, on August 22nd of 2020, humans will have used up Earth's resource budget for the entire year, which is a significant improvement when compared to 2019, where Earth Overshoot Day was on July 29th. What we can derive from these results is that there are solutions, but we should start by implementing them now. In order to show the difference between lifestyles, we decided to build two cities. A city with 70 to 80% of the world's population is expected to live with smart urban planning and development, renewable energy sources, and low ecological footprint, while the other is a normal neighborhood of a nowadays city. As we can see here, the first city is an ordinary building block where energy for all human activities comes from the use of coal, petrol, or gas. With a glass dome, we simulated the greenhouse gas layer. And while the thermometer records the excessive increase in temperature leading to climate change. On the other hand, we built a building block based on the Golden Pentagon, where energy comes only from renewable sources like the sun and wind. And as we measure the temperature, we compare the results. We came to the result that we should change our lifestyle because there is no plan B and our Earth is quite literally in danger. We should all go green. Thank you for listening.